busiest I've ever seen.
Huh?
So I've got them on this guy.
Alright. If you want to stay down there.
I'll stay here and just walk back up to the flat.
Yeah, well, your mum and Coffee do it. Hopefully we'll come here.
Get up and make another try.
And then I'll head back there. I'll say we'll meet you outside.
Just you go.
It's actually Salamanka Place. Duplo. It's out on the broad pans. It is a bassoon. I did find out too. Wow, you know. And those apartments. That's just about what I want. Same. Very interesting.
I'm just at
Couple steps to the old world up there somewhere. Yeah. Come up somewhere into a market area. Remarkable new growth area of Salamanca. Video.
Did you get a haircut?
Well, I'm a pilgrim of the Almighty, suffering the world turning slow. Those Republicans are calling, but I've got my 1800 rock and roll. You got blood stains on you, sister. You're bleeding from the inside. On some hipster's pad, and I danced till the moon was miniature, and the band was kicking hard on the page. Then I twisted.
We're packing the market up now. Everything's on its way. To film this. Hello, Five. That's the historic boat going somewhere. Captain Phelps Historics carries. There's something else even more historic.
Next cruise on the Mimosa is 30 and 63.
It's a big boat, that one, but it's not the one we're going on.
Jared, while we were floating around at Salamanka Market, I brought you something to remind you of your banding career and the fact that one day you might want to join the police force, etc.
What is it? Tasmania Police Band.
You're cleared for a tattoo by the looks of things.
I'm leaving port now.
As we get underway, a little housekeeping. We say note keeping is in your aim. During our cruise, we have a few distance. Please consult a staff member. Now the boat.
Oh, no way. Okay, crack. Oh, that's not blowing even up the back there. It's snowing. Coming. Well, the little ship looks like it does much. Oh, there's a piano here, but there's no one to play it.
River. We'll do a right-hand turn and we'll head down towards the casino, going along the shore of Battery Point, a very historic precinct of Hobart. As we go past all these different locations, we'll point out the different landmarks to you, and where we can, we'll give you the history behind them. We're out for a 2-hour cruise, and the food will be served shortly. There's no real hurry, and a bit less than half of the time. But for the visitors, I think they like to hear the commentary. But there will be some nice spells of silence, so you can feel free to talk at any time. And if you need any inner music or anything special, just make a special request to myself. I will try to sort it all out for you. So we're making that right-hand turn, heading around the foreshore of Battery Point. So I'll play the first practice, which is the history of contact landmarks of the Street.
Established on the point in 1880. The only remains of this battery, the magazine at Semaphore Station, can be seen in Princes Park at the southern end of Salamanka Place. On the hill you can see the tower of St George's Anglican Church, built in 1838. John Lee Archer designed the church, and James Blackburn, the famous convict architect, designed the tower. He apparently modelled the tower and porch after his parish church, St Pancras in London. The church was supposed to have a peal of bells, but they never arrived from England, so only one bell, made in Hobart, called to the faithful. Almost next to the church was Luckman's-Bill, which was a large football whose size shared the...
People had to get about on foot, and convicts did most haulage. Therefore, the odd tree stump was not important. Small boats were the preferred method of travel, even short distances such as from Sullivan's Cove to Battery Point. Boats were essential to cross the river and visit the free settlers' farms at Newtown, as overland was both dangerous
Okay. What do I say to change it?
To be very popular for swimming and picnicking. When it was back in the old days, it was sort of almost an out-of-town beach. And there were a couple of jetties out there. They had change facilities on them. People swam between the jetties, and it was called the Sandy Bay Bars. Nowadays, if Hobartians want to go for a swim in the inner suburbs, they'd normally go to an indoor heated swimming pool. If they want to go swimming outdoors, they would go probably to a beach out on the coast, 15-20 minutes drive away maybe. And you get Point. We have some history to tell you about that, and also of the surrounding districts.
ground floor consists of numerous bars and restaurants, a convention centre, and of course gambling facilities.
Well, it is little. It's not that bad.
The other side.
Fire was known throughout the world to sailors as a place of rest and relaxation. The Blue House was the Esplanade Hotel, which is now Irish Murphy's, on the corner of Gladstone Street and Salamanca Place. It was affectionately known as the Blue House because of its reputation for blues. Fights were a daily occurrence at this hotel.
Accommodation area, and then out the front of the church you can see all those sort of grey and re-coloured roof units. They also have elderly people living in those. Used to be a home for the girls, we'll tell you a history about that shortly. Up on top of the hill there you can see a white mast. It's almost hidden behind a tree right now, but it is there, take my word for it, trust me. And that's a semaphore mast, we'll tell you the history of that as well. And directly ahead of us on the far side of the river is Glenorchy Point, famous for...
Is Glenorchy Point. Near this point was one of the many whaling stations used to catch whales in the river. Hobart quickly became a major whaling port. Initially, right whales were caught from the shore. These whales were called the right whale because they were the right size for easy catching and processing. At its peak in 1830, the Derwent had 9 shore stations and 60 whale boats between them. Whaling consisted of a lookout at a tree or on high ground. When a whale was spotted, small whalers were launched. The whale caught, killed and brought ashore, those damaged. Another problem was the provision of essential services to the eastern shore, such as phone, electricity and water, as these were all conveyed to the eastern shore over the bridge, were gone.
This is Lindisfarne out here. One way from the other Lindisfarne.
Maybe turn to the state agreed.
That's the bridge. That's all it's up now. Now we're heading past a big storm or something like that.
The landfill, a much more environmentally suitable alternative. The other resource the zinc works needed was electricity, and it's largely responsible for the formation of our hydroelectric scheme. The first public power system in Australia was at Guatemala. If you look at a map of Tasmania, Guatemala is almost dead centre. And the power station officially switched on the 5th. In its first year of production, the power station sent 37,500 horsepower of electricity to the zinc works, 9,500 to the Union Carbide works at Electrona, 12,000, and by far the majority of that was for the zinc works.
Across the span, and then when it comes back to the next one, it backs out on the span, and it's just about. It does get onto the road that goes to Launceston.
So you go around these hills to Launceston?
I go up the river, back up this way. Yep. So when you're coming into Hobart, you can, if you wish, turn off the highway just before you get to Hobart, and come around this way.
Nightime Hobart. Lights and places we'll need to go through.
This is reputed to be the most magnificent governor's residence in the entire British Empire. Hope for the future and undying loyalty to their mother country. The house is the official residence of the Governor of Tasmania. There have been 3 government houses, all in Hobart. In 1805, after 2 years in a tent at Sullivan's Cove, Governor Collins moved into the first government house, a new wooden hut in Barrett Street. As local bricks gradually became available, the hut was extended, but it was a primitive 3-room home that let in wind and rain. The second government house was built in 1817, the junction of Macquarie Street and what is now Elizabeth Street. It had 14 rooms on 2 stories and had servants' quarters, a coach house and stables. But it was badly built of brick, wood and stucco, with later extension to sandstone, and was demolished in 1858. The ballroom was preserved and used for town council meetings until the town hall was built. The third government house was many years in planning and building. Work eventually started in 1855 on a hill that overlooks the Royal Tasmanian Botanical Gardens and the Derwent Estuary. Sandstone was quarried on-site. The holes were made into ornamental pools, cedar and teak were recycled from an old ship, and the slate of the roof was imported from Wales. Furniture was imported from London. The foundation stone was fashioned at Port Arthur. Government houses opened for public inspection twice a year, with large queues of people lining up for hours to visit. When the deciduous trees lose their leaves during winter, there's a magnificent unobscured view of Government House from the river. Just behind Government House are the remains of Hobart's only zoo, the Beaumaris Zoo, where the last known Tasmanian tiger or thylacine died. There are currently plans afoot to refurbish the site and make it into a wildlife reserve.
It's got to be dark, there's got to be a really strong southerly swell. The swell will get up here.
Well, people say to me,
they have had swell so big that
yes,
There's another round building. Obviously knocked down the back of those and put up semicircular building. The round building is this Hotel Collins. Semi-round anyway. Must be having round architecture around here somewhere. And opposite the Hotel Collins is the back of the hospital and University of Tasmania Clinical School. But this drain, which it looks like it was built by the convicts and remained here ever since. What river this is meant to be, but obviously it's a big drainage system around the place. We had photos of this yesterday too. I'm going over to there, I think. That's the Grand Chancellor there. The Hope and Anchor Tavern. The oldest hotel establishment in Australia. In Sydney was to close down. Or they might have had it even before Sydney was allowed to. Kelly's Tap Room. She's setting up for the Q band.
The band will be playing their common choice, Dove Descending by Philip Lilly, followed by their stage march, Mercury.
Thank you.